The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. Great tool. Fourth button over in the middle of the page when you go to RSR Home Scout. You can actually put in your address, and it's going to tell you historically 4 or 5 different sources of what they say your home is worth today. Now, it uses a model looking backwards, so it's not good for pricing a property to resell because it might be worth more, it might be worth less than what the market is, the last sales are, comps in your area. First button, that one will actually tell you what properties are available in the marketplace. Any marketplace. It covers 97% of America. So local realtors generally have their local area. They don't always have the entire world. So you can go right there on RSR Home Scout and get 97% of America on that one. And it's free. What's ahead for mortgage rates and home prices? Not free. Now that the end of 2022 is within sight, you may be wondering what's going to happen in the market next year and what that may mean if you're thinking about buying a home. Here's a look at the latest expert insights on both mortgage rates and home prices so you can make your best move possible. Mortgage rates will continue to respond to inflation. There's no doubt mortgage rates have skyrocketed this year as the market responded to high inflation. The increases we've seen were fast and dramatic, and the average 30-year mortgage rate even surpassed 7% at the end of the last month. In fact, it's the first time they've risen this high in over 20 years. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of the socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're seeing mortgage rates rising this year. It is a chart, and it looks a lot like a ski slope. Yeah, and it's not a bunny run. In their latest quarterly report, Freddie Mac explains just how fast the climb in rates has been. Quote, just 1 year ago, rates were under 3%. This means that while mortgage rates are not as high as they were in the 80s, they have more than doubled in the past year. Mortgage rates have never doubled in a year before, unquote. Because we're in unprecedented territory, it's hard to say with certainty where mortgage rates will go from here. Projecting the future of mortgage rates is far from an exact science, but experts do agree that moving forward, mortgage rates will continue to respond to inflation. If inflation stays high, mortgage rates likely will too. Home price changes will vary by market as buyer demand has eased this year in response to those higher mortgage rates. Home prices have moderated in many markets too. In terms of the forecast for next year, expert projections are mixed. The general consensus is that home price appreciation will vary by local market, with more significant changes happening in overheated areas. As Mark Fleming, chief economist at First American, says, quote, home price appreciation has slowed in all 50 markets we track, but the deceleration is generally more dramatic in areas that experience the strongest peak appreciation rates, unquote. Basically, some areas may still see slight price growth, while others may see slight price declines. It all depends on other factors at play in that local market, like the balance between supply and demand. This may be why experts are divided on their latest national forecasts, and you're seeing that on the screen as well. I'm going to share with you that no matter what you see in forecasting, no matter where you get the forecast, take a look and see whenever you find the one that says HPES, Home Price Expectation Survey. The reason that I like that one so much is very, very simple. They take and aggregate over 100 professionals, bankers, academians, real estate professionals, economists all over, and they put it into their numbers, and they're the ones that's why I like theirs. So if you look at NAR, it says it's up 1.2. Well, that's built into the Home Price Expectation Survey at 2.6. If you look at Ivy Zelman, and she hasn't been too accurate lately, her number's down, Zelman and Associates, down 5.1. Well, that's built into the 2.6. That's why I like that 2.6 the best. Bottom line, if you want to know what's happening with home prices or mortgage rates, well, there's two options for you. Number one is real easy. Call me, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. In your exact zip code, I don't have it memorized, but here's the issue. Go to RSRListAna.com. rsrlistana.com. And it's going to give you a report for Anaheim. Don't worry about that, because at the top of that report, you can actually put in your zip code, and every zip code in the country is tracked. And it'll tell you what's going on in the market, real estate market, for your zip code. So start off with rsrlistana.com. And if you want to get an update every week, we update these numbers every single week from our friends at Altos Research, rsrlistana.com. And as always, I ask, if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or borrow on real estate, can I count on you to introduce me to them? That's the Real-Time Real Estate segment, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com.